Hello there Internet, and welcome back to Geeky Ent. And in this episode we are going to be unboxing the very brand new Splinter vs. Baxter Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2-pack by Neca Toys. I'm going to go ahead and say that this was a miracle find, like the other ones, but this one was not supposed to be released until January. But rumors started swirling online and they started showing up in Target stores, so if you are seeing this video, go check your local Target because Splinter vs. Baxter and the brand new Android body Krang deluxe figure is in stores. So we can see here that same packaging with all the regular 2-packs of Neca Toys. We got Splinter vs. Baxter all here. This is about the same size as the turtle set, so it's not that thick compared to the other boxes, but it's the same depiction on everything. You got some more classic descriptions of the figure here, so we'll go ahead and start getting this unboxed and see what goes on inside. And I could already tell that inside this box there are some very die-hard Tmnt accessories that only fans of the show would know about. So let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed. So right inside the box here we can see that it's just another sewer layer. So we got that, but when you open up the box, on the back packaging here, it looks like we got a dojo mat. So let's check this out. Now let's see here. This is actually pretty interesting accessory here. So let's check this guy out and see what we got inside here. Okay, so this feels, I don't know how this feels. This feels like a cloth type piece of paper. That's about as best as I can describe it. It's got the feel of a very cheap cloth, but it's got like the durability of paper. So it's like, I guess, one of those these mats that they use, I guess, in, you know, across the other world or something like that. But that's an accessory piece that we get within this pack. And you can see how the packaging looks inside. So let's go ahead and take out the back tray here, which looks like it's housing the hands. So here we got an assortment of different hands for Baxter and Splinter. So gotta love that different hand articulation changes. So let's go ahead and check it out here. Let's get some better viewpoints. Alright, so it looks like we got, in total, we got about 7, yes, we have 7 hands for Splinter, and we have 6 total for Baxter. So for the first one here, we have, like, I don't know what kind of pose that is, but that is 1 hand articulation point you get with Splinter. You get a finger point, and I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but you can see the detail within the hand. You got the hand veins and everything, and it's got kind of a hairy-like texture to it. Then we have traditional 2 gripping hands for Splinter, and then the last hand we have is another one of those hands that I guess matches up with that first one. So it's like karate poses for Splinter. For Baxter Stockman now, we got 2 grip hands, just your traditional purple paint application. And then we have, it looks like, 2 trigger hands for his blaster weapons. So we'll go ahead and get more into the accessories here. So I'm just going to go ahead and start opening up more accessories because these figures are smaller in scale compared to the other figures that NECA normally produces. So to compensate for that, they are providing more accessories within this pack. So this video will be more focused on the accessories, I suppose. So let's go ahead and check out what Splinter has. And the first accessory that popped out is his walking stick. Splinter and the walking stick are synonymous with each other. Looks like we got a yin-yang medallion. Pretty cool. We have a katana sword for that. Looks like we have a blaster. This probably goes for Baxter, even though it's on the Splinter side. So you can see the detail on the blaster. We have some flames. Gotta have some translucent flames. And looks like we have a little rat. Now this is pretty cool to see. Very detailed. This one will definitely get damaged if you leave it in a plastic bag with all your other accessories, so I'd recommend probably displaying that somewhere. Let's see, let's go to the other side here and see what we got going on. Got stuff flying around. Now one thing that is different with this package compared to all the other Neca packaging is that these plastic covers covering the accessories are bungee tied and not taped down, so that's a little bit different. So here is Baxter Stockman's Transmutation Gun. So this was basically, he selected which animal he was going to convert the human being to and shot it out. So that's one accessory piece that we get in here. Let's see here. We get a little shredder fly, and this is one accessory piece that for those diehard Tmnt fans, they'll know about this piece. Let's see here. Now we also have the last two here. We got a potted plant, and we have the little Michelangelo little rodent type transformation. Again, diehard Tmnt fans will know about this one. Go ahead and drop a comment below if you guys know what this episode was all about, or what is this thing for people that do not know of the channel. So let's go ahead and hear into more accessories, because like I said, this is, oh, that is a sticker, so you got to be careful. So when you're grabbing this book here in the back, again, it is all bungee tied down. So alright, and we are back here, so let's go ahead and talk about the last of the accessories that I did not get to show. So we have a scroll here that comes with this 2-pack. We have an Renaissance art book that is stickered on here, so my sticker needs to get like reset a little bit, but you can see the Renaissance name of the 4 turtles. That's where Splinter got his names for the turtles. Then we have a regular book here, and then probably the best accessory that comes with this pack is the computer that Baxter Stockman just basically works with. I forget the name. If you guys remember the name for this computer, go ahead and drop a comment below. But you can see that when you move it from side to side, it's got different facial expressions. So this is one great accessory piece to have. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the figures themselves. Now, Splinter does come with a soft goods robe, so you can see that. I'm trying to see if his tail's got some different orientation here. So you can see how the articulation and everything within Splinter is there. We got double joints at the knees, we have rockers and bends at the ankles, and he does not have articulation. I'm sorry, I correct myself. The paint application is so well hidden on the joints that he does have toe articulation points right at the base of his foot. So this is Splinter. He is relatively in scale and smaller compared to the other turtles, which I'll go ahead and get a comparison of. The biggest thing that I want to make sure is that the tail can go ahead and move a little bit, so you can see that there is a little bit of articulation at the tail point. So when you want to go ahead and pose your Splinter, hopefully the big feet will make him stand a little easier compared to all the other figures. If not, you can go ahead and use that tail as a base. But here is Baxter Stockman. Now, when this set was announced, I was very hyped for this set because Baxter Stockman is one of my favorite villains, or anti-villains, or whatever you want to call them in the show. And Splinter is Master Splinter. You cannot have the Turtles without Splinter. But here is Baxter Stockman. Again, these look like they're about 4 inches. I do not have my scale, but I'm going to go ahead and compare them to other Tmnt Toon Turtles figures from Neca. But you can see the articulation within Baxter Stockman. He's got, it looks like a dumbbell at the hip, and he's got double knee joints, and then he only has articulation and rockers at the ankles. But you can see the articulation points. It looks like he's got the female articulation elbows compared to the other figures. So that is one thing that you'll notice with Baxter Stockman himself. He's got the different elbows compared to the other figures. Now, what I mean by that is, if you want to go ahead and check out the April O'Neil video that I did, you'll see that the elbows on April are different compared to the other figures in the line. Alright, so you do have to work with Baxter Stockman a little bit to get him standing. Right now he is standing without any display stand, but you will have to work with his legs a little bit to get him to properly pose. So last but not least, we're going to go ahead and compare him to other figures in the line and show the scale. So right here we have Casey Jones. You can see that he is a little bit wobbly, but you can see the scale comparison when you got him next up to Splinter and Baxter. We will go ahead and show the ultimate metalhead, how towering he is over Baxter and Splinter. He is like almost double the size, essentially. Then we got Slash. So you can see the relationship there, and of course you have to have a turtle involved. So we got Donatello right in scale. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out Splinter and Donatello so you can see the scale size compared to them. So that is the Baxter Stockman and Splinter 2-pack. Do I recommend getting this? Yes. I believe that Splinter is a pivotal and huge main character in the story arc. One thing that I did forget to show, just remembered this, is that he does have articulation at the jaw. So one thing that you can do with Splinter is open up his mouth a little bit more. So he's got that little expression. Not that much articulation, but he can close his mouth. So that was one thing I did forget to show off. But yeah, I do recommend getting this if you guys can find it. Do not pay scalper prices because these things are readily easier to find, especially that NECA does pre-orders from time to time. So go ahead and check your local Targets if you guys are interested in finding the Splinter vs. Baxter 2-pack. Check out the other videos here on the channel. Until then, my friends, don't forget to subscribe to Geeky Ent. It greatly helps our channel grow. Tell your friends about us, click that notification bell, click that like button if you like this video, and most importantly, do not forget to geek out, my friends. We'll see you on the next video.